heart of all colors, rainbow warrior, heart of all colors. One day we'll shed our skin. One day we'll shed our skin. One day we'll shed our skin. We'll shed our skin. Rainbow warriors, do the work to know the skin you're living in, to know the soul that lives within. One day we'll shed our skin. One day we'll shed our skin. One day we'll shed our skin. No, we'll shed our skin. Rainbow warrior, heart of all colors, rainbow warriors, heart of all colors. Wow. There's one of the songs though. Amazing. Thanks for asking. So powerful. Yeah. That's beyond all of us. That's for sure. This whole thing. Yeah. Exactly. Well, we've jumped in already to this amazing conversation. We're here in the Living Library with the incredible band, it's tribe. Life force known as Tangled Roots here on Kauai. And if you guys want to all just jump in and introduce your amazing selves.
I'm Amber Lily.
I'm Adam, or Ado. It's my baby sister right here.
I'm Andrew. My name is Andrew. Also, name is W Love.
Name given of my mother is John Wright, and I go by Just Right. It's a non-local affirmation. Everything is just right.
Beautiful. Yeah. The music that you guys are putting out is much beyond music. It's really about a vibration that you carry in your souls that's emanating out from what you do. And we had the pleasure of spending a night in your presence during one of your performances. And the frequency of love in the room was incredible. It was in a beautiful location, and and the energy was just more and more expansive love. And it's incredible to be able to witness that and be in the presence of that, to understand the power of transformation that comes through what you're doing. And so if you guys want to just jump in and sort of give us a little bit of your history, how you all came together and what you're traveling around this beautiful earth of ours doing, sharing your love through the vibration of your sound.
Beautiful.
Well, we go back
I met
from
this,
when I was born.
I met this one when I was 10. Held her for the first time. This little squirming baby. And yeah, Amber, you know, I was her babysitter on the farm when I was, you know, I was probably like 12 at the time. And Amber, if you couldn't find her, or if I couldn't find her, I would just wander around and be really quiet, and she would be, I'd find her in the tall grass with a flower humming to herself.
With a flower, that's a good touch.
With her eyes closed, like epic. Or a blade of grass or whatever it would be, she would just be so content, just humming, and yeah, beautiful. So it's been you know, she's been at it for quite some time. And we really joined up musically just like about 3 years back. Around the same time I met this dear brother, Tubby Love, right here, who's had an amazing impact on my life, musically and just being the epic human being that he is. He actually helped to save my life with music when I fell out of a tree 2 years ago. 2 years ago yesterday, and broke my neck, and this man was right there with a guitar, and I asked him, lying on the ground, I asked him, Tubbs, will you just play me some Marley? And of course he did.
We skanked into the night,
Yeah,
into the emergency room. Yeah, it was amazing. And that night that you saw us play was a powerful night for sure. It was the listening party for the Tangle Roots, the new album that I got to produce. I had just gotten back from Oahu like that day, and Amber and I had like really decided to go deep in our partnership on that day, like really just like be solid, and so the love was like bursting. Like I remember we played like the same song like for like an hour at the end of the. Yeah, it was amazing. It just kept getting higher and higher, and yeah, a lot was coming through that night. It was powerful. You know, we've been ending our shows that way, like Amber and I singing with an acoustic guitar.
Love.
You know.
Remember that night someone says, do you sing about anything else but love?
What
What else
else
is there to sing about?
Love is all yeah, we were joking around about it the other day of just because when these two are gonna go off traveling soon, you know, and our whole band will travel together at one point, but now it's like the messengers, you know. Amber's gonna be the voice and messenger of Tangled Roots along with Tubby, you know, and then we were joking around, Adam and I, the bass player, just that we need to get a digital projector with a huge screen at our venue.
This is a great
and
idea.
at the end of the night, because the way that they, you know, by playing acoustically and singing and harmonizing the way they do, that people leave just so calm and mellow and so in their heart, and are not super crazy charged up by the music, or they leave so respectfully and peacefully. So we're gonna project their kind of, you know, video of the day. We can give you some homework.
Good.
You
We
need to record it, and we're gonna project them,
Exactly.
and they're gonna wrap the night out, you know.
That is
That way.
amazing. Well, and we really want you guys to keep posting with us on the Living Library on this tour that you're doing, and continue to bring that energy. You know, what is it about musicians that has them synergize so well together, perhaps better than any other walk of life?
Yeah, I feel like it's an understanding, being able to listen, an understanding of patterning. You know, everything is a vibration, and music is just patterns through sound. You know, and then it's proven, like, you know, if you like put like grains of sand, if you put sand on a speaker and you turn it to certain hertz, like it'll form like sacred geometry. You know, it's like so. Yeah, so just understanding rhythm, you know, or heartbeats in a rhythm, you know, and just being able to listen and harmonize in that way. And yeah, I feel like everything is a song, like the way we communicate. Music is a conversation, you know, and it's, you know, sharing a feeling or an emotion, you know. And you know, I feel like if you can talk, you can sing. If you can walk, you can dance, basically. You know? And the only thing that keeps us from doing it is our, you know, is like, it's so funny we call it self-conscious, but I feel like self-unconsciousness, you know, of, you know, like, of maybe patterning from when we're younger, of like, oh, maybe like someone told you that you're not good enough, or like, you know, or you know, you believe that, and then, you know, you're afraid to share your voice, or you're afraid to look stupid or sound dumb, or whatever it is, you know, and it puts a, you know, puts a halt to like learning, you know, and to internalizing and feeling, truly feeling, you know, what it is, and being supported. And that's the kind of world we're trying to create here, is like where everyone's supported to be, you know, the fullest expression of themselves, you know?
The most beautiful moments for me, some of them at the different shows or events we have, is when I see people with their eyes closed dancing and then singing their own words. And it's beautiful when then people are singing the mantras that we're creating, because they're really potent, or that we're channeling. And then we've had multiple nights where the power goes out. Yeah, and that's when we actually first started, where we went acoustic, and Hubby kept playing, and then we sang together, and that sort of started that trend of bringing it down at the end of the night, and really potent, and then everyone just ends up in love puddles together. But on one of the nights, the power went out, and you weren't here at that point, but people just kept playing. Like, no one would leave, and it started this amazing sort of spiral group conglomeration that everyone, there was a cajon and a didgeridoo, and I was like, this is what it's about. You know, we gather to watch people play or perform, but what it really is activating all our own voices, and then we came together and we're creating this beautiful thing together. I was hearing sounds I've never heard before from people.
Wow.
It's been really cool to like open it up in the middle of the show too. Like, we open it up to like for anyone who feels to share, to come up to the microphone and share a song.
Open mics.
It's been powerful.
You know? Yeah, it's
It should be what you want to create as like a standard, you know, because, like, you know, you're speaking of everyone's got a voice. Everybody has something to share, you know, like something profound, and it's so different from what I have to share. But, you know, it's beautiful. It's like
I feel like we're relearning how to gather and in harmony, you know, because I remember we brought Brother Chris Berry over here and had him sing songs around the fire, and you know, he has a certain way that he's learned, which is a really beautiful template for sharing song, like where everyone will repeat and he'll sing in between it and really like juice everyone up, and everyone has a solid part, and you know, sometimes it'll open up, you know. And it was interesting how difficult it was at times for people to just be in that template, and to feel comfortable with that, not feeling like they needed to add something that, you know, like, or to be seen, or to be, you know, to be heard, but to like really be a part of the whole. And I feel like we're relearning how to gather, you know, and by a fire is a good place to do it, you know. It's important, I feel like, you know, because how else, I mean, we can do so much together if we all are just like in harmony, you know. So potent. I mean, how do you think we moved the pyramids, you know, built them, and, you know, it's like,
And a dear friend of mine, Ralph Ream, said he was flying teleportation craft back in the 60s, and he saw
no big deal.
No big deal. He's a pretty epic man in my path. And he said that he saw one black and white video one time, a movie, an old movie, and he could never find it again, but it showed Buddhist monks on the side of a mountain, and they all had their long horns, and they were blowing them, and they were levitating a stone up the hill. And to, you know, I always say that we are the true technology, and the true technology is the technology of love. And so to think of the power of an instrument being able to do that, but when it's our own bodies that we remember is the true instrument, and to bring vibration through it in the way that you're doing, and to think of the power of those horns to levitate a stone, then to imagine the power coming through your vessels with your voices and your sound and your your breath, that power of that to move the masses, to unify, to gather what you're saying. It's such an incredible gift.
To move the masses, to move the masses.
To move them.
Move the masses to move the masses.
You're
exponentially. You know?
you're building exactly, and you are building
Yeah,
temples, doing what you're doing.
I hear what you're saying though about like, okay, if a horn could move something as dense as you know, the matter of a stone, and then being that we are all, you know, comprised of so much water, and water has that unique capability of, you know, taking on a vibration.
It's all the same essential energy, and the difference is vibration. And so, resonating to a certain frequency, you access different vibrations. You access the ability to levitate things,
Including ourselves.
and that goes beyond even what we can hear with our ears, and even into thought and intention. And how much faith do you have? Do you have the faith of a mustard seed?
Exactly. And when you think of what sound through the voice is, so it's air, but there's also moisture. And what is the moisture? So there's water droplets. So when we breathe, when we speak, whatever vibration we're holding inside of us is actually coming out on the water droplets of our breath. And that is the most powerful technology to transform, is through the voice and through the intention that we carry in our hearts when we use our voice. Because those water droplets.
I should sing more.
Sang. Sang, boy, sang.
Use your
About water.
technology.
Yeah, man.
Yemaya o, ago yo yemaya. Yemaya o, ago yo yemaya.
Do it again.
Yemaya o, ago yo yemaya. Yemaya o, ago yo yemaya.
Tag it.
Yemaya o, ago yo yemaya. That feeling of being one in sound. That's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
It
That's how we
really
connect.
is.
That's how we connect so quickly.
Harmony
Like,
is so
I
powerful.
met him a couple weeks ago, and I've known you forever.
Absolutely.
We sing together. Yeah. I
Oh,
mean, I
there
don't
you
even know
are.
what's happening.
Where you been?
Feel it. And it's like
know.
you can't hold on to anything else.
Yeah.
That is so true. It's so true.
Harmony is like a triple rainbow. You know what I
triple
mean?
rainbow.
You know what I mean? It's like,
What do you mean?
you know, it's like harmony is like, it's like the same motion, you know, but you know, it's
Oh
like,
gosh.
yeah, it's so powerful, you know, movement. So,
It's
What is it that lights you guys up to
harmony.
harmony? There you go.
Rhythm.
There you go. Yeah.
But go ahead.
Well, that's you answered it right there. To keep going, to keep doing what you're doing, to trust, to expand, because I feel with Tangled Roots that you guys are just at the beginning of something really big on the planet.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting to sit with you here at this point.
The babies.
We're babies.
You're babies.
Babies.
We're all babies together. And
Whoa.
so harmony lights you up.
That's the only way I can do it. Like, this is so... When you were talking earlier, I said you're blowing my mind. It's like all this stuff is way past what I can really understand and conceive of. And the way that I can ground and be able to handle it all is singing. And I mean, being in the land, you know, being here, being surrounded by as many trees as possible, and being with the family, like,
Such a huge
with
need.
this tribe. Like, there's nowhere else I could be surrounded.
How do you connect the music to the land? You guys are doing recordings right here. And would love to talk about how special that makes the recordings and just your experiences with making the recordings here.
Yeah. So you were talking about earlier how you heard the voice of Jah after swimming in the blue room. You know, I feel like I've been hearing the voice of Jah lately, and it comes in like a feeling of like my work on the planet, and you know, and like being able to see the word, and that work for me is music, and it's also being a supportive role musically when I see someone who's carrying a light that I can, you know, that I can make brighter, you know, and that's been my path lately. I've been producing records for a lot of different artists here on Kauai. And you know, I did 4 records in December, and Tangled Roots being one of them, and one with Brother Chris Berry, and just, you know, just seeing places where I can like be of support, you know, and just knowing that like I have the tools to do that. And Just Right has been one of those artists that, or you know, we're all artists. He's just carrying this beautiful energy, you know, and this beautiful way about him, you know, and just like so like curious and like wanting to like share it, you know, and you know, tenacious, you know, with it, like with wanting to share love and just like gung-ho about traveling and sharing the vibration, and that ignites me, and I'm like, oh dude, like, all right, you're gonna use the sword, but let me like wield one for you that like out of my own, you know, out of my own materials, so that I can like, you know, help you along the way. And if you wanna like, you know, repay me for it when after you've like slayed some dragons, like cool, that would be awesome. So, you know, so I just recently ordered a bunch of studio gear, and you know, and it's been really difficult for me, actually, the integration to the land, because it's so roots here, and like we're going back to like the roots of living, which is amazing. And it's hard when you don't have power, you know. And so you know, it's been a struggle, and it's been a beautiful struggle. And Jah's just been like, hey, you need to see what it's like to have nothing before I give you everything, you know.
Yes, agreed.
So that's what it's been like for me, and it's been a really beautiful experience. And you know, I know we're calling in like an awesome recording studio, you know, place where we can create all the time.
And big donors.
This is where it all started too, is on this beautiful woman's farm.
Yeah.
the family's farm. This is where we all gathered and started playing music. And where Tangled Roots was born. This is Saisha.
Aloha,
She's our drummer.
How are you?
Awesome. So awesome to have you join us.
Thank you. She's just back from Australia, Bali, Australia, and New Zealand.
Wow.
So she's been
Been
all
a
the
journey.
You are a drummer.
I'm a drummer, yeah.
Oh.
Started next door. The Roots.
Yeah.
Tangled Roots.
I want to piggyback on what Tubby was saying and put out a prayer of massive support for this man and his role, because I've never known anyone to be so courageously committed to the work that we have to do on this planet. And I mean, all this has happened with Tangled Roots in this way. Because of all the love that he's given us, and his belief in us, and I see that happening with Just Right, and he's gonna help bring Just Right to the next level. And I just want to put big arrows on the work he's doing, because it is so important.
Yeah,
I want.
This is like our soul, and one of our huge inspirations for starting to come together as a band is when Saisha and I were playing, and we were backing up talented musician, but not really on the vibe, and he's kind of putting us through school a little bit. But we opened up a show for Tubby, and a week after meeting him, and he goes, "Man, you guys need to start your own band." And a couple months later, Amber came out, and so it was. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Here we are.
definitely care of the land. That was really where it all started.
Yeah, it started from
This beautiful farm, our
Yeah.
family's beautiful farm right across the way. And it's the reason we're actually sitting here right now
Oh.
on this beautiful land that we are committed to taking care of.
What, how does the land teach you in terms of the music and the love that you're sharing?
How many?
For a while, every word we said was about roots growing and
Wow.
leaves, and
So I could sing.
I was like,
that
"Is that?
right now.
Can I sing about anything else?" 'Cause you look around and you see it's so inspiring. You put a seed in the ground, it holds all the information that is needed to grow a whole tree, and endless amounts of other seeds. Like life just grows and grows and grows. It's prolific.
Well, I know coming to Kauai and spending many winters here, I always say that I can feel the plants reaching out to me. I can literally see the information being sent from them and communicated to me. And I feel that this island, maybe more than anywhere else I've been in the world, is a place that asks us to receive what she has to give us, and then to go forth out into the world and take her wisdom with us and share it. And then she always says, "I'll call you back when I can give you more. So please go forth and take it." And that's what I feel like you're all doing with your music, where you're birthing it all here, you're creating it here, but then you're taking it out into the world. And because you're living so closely with the land, it's really so much more than a song or music. It's the vibrations of this land that are really going forward.
It's been amazing. I've been looking for a place to call home for like 5 or 6 years, and so it's wild how it takes every piece, because I just came here and Saisha's been here most of her life,
That's why she looks so amazing.
and
girl.
taking the music, like for Tangle Roots, taking the music out into the world, like beyond Kauai, is a new thing, and and it's just an extension of what's going on here, but like what's going on here has been going on here, and it will continue to go on here, and it is what's going on here, and it's what needs to be going on here, and we make the music for the same reasons. It's like, it's like to take that out. It's not, we're not making the music so that we can play it in front of like millions of people. We're making the music because we love to make the music, and it's like an extension of ourselves and of our expression, and it makes us feel good, you know, just like, you know, eating purple sweet potatoes makes me feel good.
We're gonna plant miles of purple sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Make sure that this man continues to make this home. It's like,
I got him, don't worry.
yeah, that's like having Tubby find this as his home base. You know, he could have picked a million places, different places that he's traveled, and different, like, you know, you've created family everywhere, and for you to call this like your home team is epic.
Wow.
And
His
it's
family
big,
from
kind
the
of the
beginning.
missing, absolutely, the missing link, kind of. For us right now is like we really want to build a recording studio. Like, I want to really use my skills in build a recording studio
Speaking of
as
solar,
home base, and then the solar should be operated by solar, by our good friend Brian that's pulling up right now.
Awesome.
But yeah, we have visions of creating like a 9-sided circular structure recording
cushions,
studio.
lava lamps, you know what I'm saying?
black,
Shag
you know?
carpet,
Yeah.
whole nine, man. You know, Fender Rhodes, clav over here, Hammond organ, little, you know, maybe a whirly, you know.
Sleeping, a place to sleep up
Soundproof.
above it, you know, soundproof.
We have neighbors. That's one
We
thing.
have
Oh,
neighbors.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like, we're looking to fund a
Soundproof.
project like that eventually.
Yeah. Eventually being soon.
Yeah.
Eventually being
Yeah.
in the next,
Yeah.
year or so here.
So how can people support you guys? Do you have a website, or you?
Yeah, so I have a website, tubbylovemusic.com, and we all have band camps which hosts our music, and Tangle Roots just released a new record, which is really awesome. And you can donate to the record. You can donate, you know, as much as you possibly feel called to donate. So that's Tangled Roots Music, or Tangled Roots Love. TangleRootsMusic.bandcamp.com.
Yeah,
TangleRootsMusic.bandcamp.com.
Look up Tangle Roots.
You'll find
You
it.
can find us on Facebook too.
Tangle Roots.
You guys, it's Tangled Roots on Facebook.
Yeah.
And so if people want to know where you're playing and stuff like that, where's the best place to follow your posts?
Facebook.
Facebook?
Facebook,
Okay.
Coconut Wireless.
Yeah.
Come to
Yeah.
Kauai and you'll
Love the
catch a
Coconut
show for
Wireless.
sure.
Yeah.
And Amber and
Come on
I
in,
are,
Bri.
are headed to Bali with Just Right here soon, and we'll be on the mainland in Minnesota, which is actually like, I don't know what kind of crystals are going on there, Missy, but I'll tell you that there's a festival
I'll tell you
called
off camera.
there's a festival called Project Earth, and as well as Shangri-La in Stone by the Wookiee Foot community with Be the Change Foundation, and it is like, it is the diamond in the rough. It is like truly Shangri-La. It is like amazing, and it's where I've met some of my favorite people on the planet, and you know, it's where, like, you know, I just could tell so many stories about that place. And you were speaking of Nako earlier, and Nako really connected me with that whole family in a big way, and you know, so they will be there in June and in September, hanging out and playing music and being a part of that tribe. And that tribe is super connected to Hawaii, which is super wild as well, you know, the Big Island and here as well. So
Wow,
yeah,
maybe
well,
we can join up with you on the road somewhere.
I feel like music festivals and conscious festivals are the hub for the Rainbow Tribe right now. It's where we gather.
Huge
you know.
vehicle for that.
So, I mean, shit's like just at FlowFest like 2 weeks ago on the Big Island.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
You know, massive family representing, like, you know, all, Rainbow Tribe from all the islands here, and you know, from the mainland. But you know, Rainbow Tribe, a lot of us like that, you know, don't know necessarily like where our roots come from, you know, and gathering to kind of like figure that out, like, and singing songs from like original language through the Bonakimo, which was channeled by Albert Kisberry, who's an amazing musician, and player, studied in Zimbabwe for 15 years, channels a spirit called Haha, which tells the story of Banakuma, which is the 12 archetypes of man and yeah, the 4 elements through song, dance, drum and dance, you know. So we went to Banakuma camp for a week, and everyone has their own Banakuma, which is like their way of sharing their music and their story of creation and like, you know, kind of like Joseph Campbell, like, you know, style of like we're all like every single character in every single scene, you know, playing out all the archetypes, you know, and but this was, you know, really special. It's you know, because Chris channeled the Banakuma first and, you know, shared it all with us so that we could share it in a big way, and that's how we opened and closed the festival.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you guys have that on video?
Yeah.
Is it? Do you guys have a website that?
It'll be like Will's gonna put some stuff up
It'll be
before
awesome
too
to
long. It'll
link
be
that.
like
Yeah.
on our Facebook pages and stuff like that. But yeah, eventually to have all that up for people to see that, because it was super powerful.
Yeah, it's super tangible for me, you know. It doesn't seem like a bunch of like hippy dippy bourgeois. It feels like really rooted, like
It's rooted in ancient culture.
Yeah, it feels really good to like to hear it come through Chris and through all of us, you know, and like in a real tangible way. And I guess it's because it's like represented through music and through dance and in a way that I can really understand it. I think that the common man can understand it, you know, because if we talk about like ascension of human beings, like what does that actually mean, you know? And to me it means like being able to share love with not just the tribe, because it's all tribe, not just with like the rainbow tribe, but the rainbow tribe is all walks of life, you know. And so to be able to speak and to translate in a way, like Chris Berry wears a ball cap, you know, and a t-shirt, like he walks around looking like a normal guy from Brooklyn, but you know, he's like channels spirits and like studied in Zimbabwe for 15 years and is an ancient drum master, and like, you know, and so to me it's really like refreshing to feel the root of where he's coming from, you know. And you know, I feel really connected to that, and that gives me a feeling of like my own roots, because I feel, you know, disconnected from my ancestry, you know. You know.
Yeah, those drums, man. There's something about the ancient drumming and the rhythm, you know, that creates this remembrance within our own DNA, you know, and our own beingness. I feel it in like every cell, you know, those drums, in a way that I've never felt any drums. Like,
Oh my god.
like it made me love. I mean, I play the guitar, you know, and I've always been so focused on guitar, and I know that there's like so much more to it, but I've never wanted to drum so bad in my whole life. Like
Bob Marley said every instrument
is a drum.
That's so awesome. So maybe this is a good time for all of us to sign off and then continue to follow the amazing Tangled Roots on their incredible journey. We thank them for their
Tangle Roots Tribe.
precious time. Yeah.
Thank
So
you for
good.
the work
This
you're
is
doing.
great.
This is like amazing.
Could hang out all day.
Together as one.
Yeah.
That's the amazing part.
We're all on the
Sharing
same
this.
page, going to on the
We
same journey.
truly
All the
are.
angels.
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Miguel.
Aloha.
We
Thank
love you, Miguel.
Love you, babe.
On the other side of the camera. Aloha.